So have you ever owned something that ended up breaking on you? Well, I mean, everyone had to. There's not a lot of unbreakable things out there. So I'm just kind of here to tell you what a mechanic does. What is a mechanic? The dictionary.com defines a mechanic as a person who repairs and maintains machinery, motors, etc. Feel like that's pretty accurate, to be honest, but you know, there's a lot of other mechanics out there that do something completely different than just machinery or motors. You know, there's a lot more out there. Next, I'm going to tell you about the day in the life of a mechanic. And I'm just going to go off of personal experience and what I've seen most mechanics do. So I work in a heavy machinery company, Beaupre, that's now Sunbelt. I get up at 1 a.m. every day. I leave the door at 1:30 a.m. I'm in Minneapolis at 2 a.m. And from there, I start all the trucks, all our delivery trucks, fix anything that's wrong with them. Sometimes our machines break down on the truck, so I gotta get them off the truck. And then the rest of the day is I do a lot of their customer work. So it's inspecting customer equipment, pricing, quoting, and then getting with the customer and telling them, hey, you got a $30,000 job right here. I'll take 40, and then go from there. My second part of being a mechanic is why people become mechanics. It's a fast-paced field. If you really like using your hands, and if there's a lot of people that sit behind a desk here, I'm gonna hurt your feelings. I'm sorry. You guys literally, I don't know how you can sit down all day and do nothing. That's how I see it. You guys do nothing but sit, talk to people on the phone. I mean, I'm on my feet all day. So how I became a mechanic was, my dad used to be a race car owner, and so when I was younger, he doesn't do it no more, but when I was younger, he'd tear down his race cars in one night, rebuild them all. He's back out on the track the next day, and I always thought that was really cool. Well, I don't live in that fast-paced environment no more, but tearing down big, heavy equipment is just fine with me. Indeed.com reports that the average salary per hour for a mechanic is $19.36. I mean, if you specialize in something, you're gonna make a lot more than that. That's pretty much with all the automotive mechanics. They don't make anything because there's nothing to do on a car. Job opportunities for a mechanic, there's a lot of them out there, trust me. There will be a 9% growth from 2016 to 2026, says the Bureau of Labor, and there's more than 278,800 jobs as of 2016. And I mean, the geographical area for a mechanic is there is something in that area, like just this computer could break. You need a mechanic to fix it. I mean, probably more of a cyber mechanic. I don't know what they're called, but probably want to look into that. My third point is just how awesome it is to be a mechanic. I mean, my days go by so quickly just because I'm constantly doing stuff. I mean, I don't take a second for myself. I don't take breaks just because they slow me down and makes me lazy. I don't know, if I stop doing something for a little bit, I'm gonna just go home because I'm not focused on work no more. There's no point in being there. Super interesting because there's always something new to fix. They will never make something that's unbreakable. They made an unbreakable comb, but I can break that, so nothing's ever unbreakable. It's exciting. I mean, to some people it may not be, but I get super excited to go to work, even though it's super early and it cuts into a lot of my time, but I love what I do, so it's super exciting, and it's very rewarding. Like, I don't know, you office people, you don't really see the outcome right away. Like, I don't know, it takes a while. You might take a phone call, and then they might not call you back for a couple weeks, What fun is that? But for me, I tear down a motor, I can rebuild it in a day, and I see the result right there. It's super rewarding to me. I've talked to 2 mechanics at my work. They've been mechanics their whole life. they're both like down to earth guys, and you wouldn't realize it, but they're both millionaires, and they love what they do. Just, you know, they don't need to work, but they still come in to work just because being a mechanic is just that much fun, you know. So I talked to you guys about what a mechanic is, why you should become a mechanic, but not really why you should, but what a mechanic really does, and why it's rewarding. Thank you.